Okay, so Lego Fortnite, what do I think about it? I think it's literally a survival game. You craft a pickaxe, you craft an axe, you whack at a freaking stone or a tree. You get resources, you build a crappy wall, you build a crippy shack. You sit in the freaking shack. They do something that a few games now are doing where you can apparently enlist a couple of followers and they'll do some farming for you, okay? And it's only so many. It's not like Ark where you can just basically have until the game breaks on itself. You can just have this unlimited number of followers, right? The dinosaurs farming for you. By the way, I like Ark way more than this game. I'm just gonna be honest. And way more than Pal World too, by the way. Anyway, that's the entire idea, is that you have a set number of these little followers that you can use to help you grind for crap and help you craft stuff. I'm not a fan of it. I don't really like it. It's cool at first, then you realize, holy crap, I'm farming and I'm grinding for how long to get this stupid bull crap? Holy mother F, this is annoying. And then you realize, okay, what else is going on in this game? Lego Fortnite looks freaking beautiful. The game looks great. The graphics, it's the Unity engine or Unreal Engine or both of them working together. I don't care. Anyways, it looks great. The lighting dynamics are great. It's a great looking game, but the world feels very empty. You run around, there's not really that much going on. You go into caves, not that much going on. Bro, I couldn't play the game for very long. I could only play the game for, what was it? It was like 5 hours or something. And then I just got bored. I was like, what's going on here? What are the RPG mechanics? Like, if I go around exploring, which I did, what the heck's going on here, man? I don't really know what it is I'm running around the map for. There's nothing cool I'm picking up. There's no cool locations I'm going to. There's nothing interesting is happening. The grind loop takes a little bit longer than what it's really worth for. So it feels like a waste of time, because largely it is a waste of time. They do this gay ESG bullcrap where they, for one, they just throw a diversity squad at you to sign up for your freaking village. And then not only that, but what? They have female, like, what was it? Mechanics and stuff like that. By the way, that's a huge ESG thing. You'll find it in every game. Female mechanics, female gunsmiths, female bladesmiths, right? Blacksmiths. You'll just find women in the roles of men. And you're like, okay, what is going on here, bro? Freaking ESG, it's annoying. It's an offense onto my eyes. I hate this. So that's not going for it in any way whatsoever. It's annoying. I guess it's like, it's okay. I don't know. The game's all right. If you played it with friends, I think you're just going to get bored. The only way you're going to have fun is because you can have fun with your friends, not because you can have fun with the game. So it's not worth it with friends. Again, the caves are not terribly interesting or inspired. It's just go into cave, attack mobs, mine specific resources that you can't find outside, specific types of trees underground, specific types of stone underground, which that would be cool in other games, but here it's just, it's all of it feels like a chore. This is another one of those games, much like Pal World, where you place down a freaking, what is it called? Like, so whatever, a freaking item that sets up a radius and you can only build within that radius. I can't build as big of a base as I want to. I'm being limited within a very small box. Instead of a circle, like in Pal Worlds, I'm limited to a freaking box. That is boring and freaking gay, bro. What are we doing here? I don't know. But the thing is that I can't do anything. They don't care. They don't want you to have that much to do. They don't want you to be able to build a cool base that's huge or whatever. I don't know what it's about. And ultimately, you can't really get that many people into your village. And by the way that you work with it is that you can get multiple villages once you level up your main village. So whatever. I mean, listen, if you're someone that's looking to waste your time, which why would you want to do that? And okay, find something better to do. Literally find something better. There's so many things to do, bro. Why are you wasting your time? Again, a game should offer you a complete experience. It should offer you a compact quality experience. They should be thinking about, what are we doing to keep our player here? What is challenging? What's interesting? What is unique about our game? In this game, it's like, where's a cool puzzle or a cool boss? Like the environment's a little bit of a puzzle. I walk into a weird environment and then all of a sudden a certain boss spawns or whatever. The developmental track and the sense of the world, it's just not there, man. There's so many things they could do to make it so much more interesting. Like, you need to set the impression right away in your game. Like, I should be able to walk up. There's a random graveyard sitting around. I walk into the graveyard And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, wow, really interesting. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of undead minions spawn, and they're all trying to attack me. And then there's a freaking necromancer boss that spawns in the middle or somewhere within the graveyard. And then I fight all of its minions. I fight the necromancer. I kill the freaking guy. Screw you, necromancer. And then I get his freaking scythe, and then I can raise like 2 followers from random enemies I kill, and they can follow me, I guess, until, I don't know, I do something and they'll go away and then have to kill more enemies. But something that sticks around with you, right? Do something interesting like that, but they don't do this anymore in games. There's nothing interesting. It's just meaningless, needless grind cycles. Give me an experience. Make your world a narrative, and it has to be set up at the front, at the start of the game. You have to make that first impression, because your first impression is what the player is going to assume is the rest of the game. Because guess what? For all of their games, the first hour to 3 hours is going to be the entire impression that is left with you, that will count for the rest of your game time. Whatever you experience in the first hour to 3 hours, that's the game. Whatever it is that they choose to show you. So you need to set it up at the very start of the game. Listen, am I going to spawn into this survival open world scenario and there's a random dragon that starts attacking me? It's a baby dragon, but it's scary and I think it's powerful, right? And then I fight it and I barely kill it, and then I get a cool piece of loot, and then I make my village with it, and that cool piece of loot unlocks an RPG mechanic. So then you set up that precedence that's like, okay, go around, explore the world. You're gonna randomly, in unforeseen ways, you're gonna run into bosses. You're gonna run into platforming sections that are somewhat puzzles, and you're gonna run into these different interesting areas, and it's going to unlock new RPG mechanics, give you a really unique, cool item, weapon. What are we doing in our games to provide that kind of narrative experience through gameplay? We don't have narrative gameplay anymore in games. Games are just made for you to be mindless, to be brain dead, sit there throwing your freaking sphere at a bunch of freaking pals 10 times over. Oh look, there's a pal that I captured 9 times before. Well, I need to capture him one more time for an XP bonus or boost, whatever. Oh, awesome. Wow, I'm so glad I'm wasting my time literally catching the same pals, like 100 pals, 10 times over. What the frick am I doing, bro? You want me to capture the same pals thousands of times over? I mean, come on, man. That's the level up process. You need to have your world have compelling gameplay and narrative gameplay. You need to have unique locations that tell a story through gameplay. There needs to be interesting ways to get loot. Do something like how Elden Ring does it. Do something like how Dark Souls has done it, where they create a story, a narrative out of the world that you're playing in, the gameplay that you're playing. You walk through the world and you'll find a random hidden dungeon, or not dungeon, but right, a hidden door that goes into a new boss fight, right? And you're like, oh, I didn't know that was here, and I didn't know this sewer beneath this castle was here either. So you're finding technically secret things, because you could skip all this content, but they put all this stuff here. They gave you a level, they gave you a world, they gave you a location to explore, and you can choose to overlook all the extra content, or you can choose, this is what defines epic gaming moments, is when you find something that was put there but not necessarily meant to be found. It's there for the gamers who want to get immersed and want to get settled in to the world that you created, that they're even looking around weird passageways and they're like, holy crap, that's, if you look, optical illusion. I look at the passageway from this angle and it just looks like a wall. But then when I reposition, either I get closer or I reposition myself somewhere else in the level, and then I see, holy crap, that's a passageway, and that goes to something. And then it later goes to an interesting puzzle that gets you a really cool weapon or something like that. These epic gaming moments, it used to be in games. Well, it's not in this game, and this is what I just cannot stand about games like these. This is just another one of those freaking survival games, man. But if you are really desperate to waste your time, then I guess pick it up. But I mean, at that point, why do you care what anyone thinks? I mean, okay, pick up freaking chalk and eat it. And I don't know, as you're chewing on the chalk, watch paint dry and then lick the paint with the chalk in your mouth. I mean, and then, if you're really interested, try to look underneath the bottom of your balcony. Try it, bro. I don't know what'll happen, but check it out. There might be something underneath your balcony, bro. Point is, I don't think the game's worth it. personally. I respect what they were trying to do, but it didn't work for me.